The government has started taxing your principal residence.
Own your life.
Rumors have been floating around for a while, but they are now starting to come to fruition. The federal government started researching the pros and cons of coming after your principal residence by removing the capital gains exemption. Effective January 1st, if you purchased a home less than 2 years ago and sell it for a profit, you could be subject to massive penalties. Previously, the federal government forced you to hold the property for 12 months, but that is now doubled. Even worse, the current provincial NDP government wants in on it too. More on that shortly. For example, let's say you purchased a townhouse for $1 million in the spring of 2023, and God forbid you renovated the home with $200,000 in upgrades. Your townhome is now likely worth around $1.4 million now. If you sold that home, you would have roughly a $200,000 profit. Previously, this would have been yours to keep, but not anymore if you sell that home within 2 years after January 1st, 2025. So, if you already made $150,000 per year, the federal government adds $200,000 to your new annual income for that year to a total of $350,000, but even bumps up your tax bracket, so you pay a significantly larger percentage on the entire amount. To be clear, the removal of the 50% capital gains exemption was back in 2023. Now, the federal government is extending the 1-year holding period to 2 years. But wait, there's more. In BC, you will now have to pay another 20% fine or tax if you sell within 12 months, and a slightly discounted penalty between 12 and 24 months. This is known as the flipping tax. Yes, another flipping tax. This is a provincial tax or fine, whatever you want to call it, not federal. But much like the federal change, or the federal's most recent change, this provincial new fine or tax also takes effect January 1st, 2025. I am not an accountant, nor do I claim to be, so ensure that you speak with a professional for accounting advice specific to your situation. Are there any exemptions? Yes, a lot, but you will have to argue them. Some examples are death or death of a related individual, serious illness or disability, if you have a baby and need more space, divorce, or common law separation. Most native or aboriginal lands are exempt. Threats to personal safety, destruction of home due to fire or natural disaster. Is this just the start, or does the current Liberal government have more in plan if they end up staying in power for another 5 years? Hard to say. The federal government must pay for their reckless spending somehow, and homeowners are a great target for them. Are you fed up and considering leaving Canada? Well, they are now taxing and penalizing you for that too. We'll leave that for another podcast. Shocker. The government is not honoring existing contracts and grandfathering. So, if you bought a pre-sale many years ago and thought all of this time your investment was growing, think again. The government doesn't care that you purchased it before they released this new rule, and they will come after you for all of your profits. Now, you might be thinking, who cares? People making money off real estate can go to hell. Well, think about this. If we no longer have investors to do the maintenance and renovations required, who's left to do it? Well, that leaves you. You might be okay with renovating and upkeeping, but most people aren't. Many people periodically update different sections of their home as needed, so you get a mismatch of renovations, which often are poorly done in the first place. People often renovate right when they take possession, and then they live in the unit, until they finally sell again. So then that means the renovations are not new, they're often outdated, and there's lots of wear and tear. Many homes now will not be turnkey, which is what most buyers prefer. For many families, flipping a property occasionally is a side hustle. Without a side hustle or huge income, you really can't get very far in Greater Vancouver. If you haven't liked or subscribed to this video yet, please do so now. And if you like this video, you're probably gonna like this one too. That's all for now. Call me anytime with your skill testing questions. Don't forget to grab a copy of my best-selling book, Rockstar Real Estate Investing for More In-Depth Knowledge. The link to purchase my book on Amazon is posted in the description. Remember to own your life. Have a nice day.